Hello, guys. Hi. We'll be beginning shortly with the event, so kindly just hold on and wait for a few more minutes, and soon we'll be starting with the performances one by one. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on that regard. See you soon.
Yeah.
Okay, hello, guys. Hi. First of all, thank you all for coming. It is a great pleasure to host you guys here tonight or this evening for the first open mic of this session. And in that regard, I would like to invite the very first performer of today, Saswat Sahu. Saswat, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, then the floor is all yours.
Okay, so the floor is all mine, and I've chosen to speak on any
Would it
topic that
be
I want
possible
to.
for you to turn on your camera as well?
Yeah, it's possible. Okay. So the floor is mine, and I've chosen that I'll speak for any topic that I want to. And the first thing I want to ask is it bright enough for you, or do you want me to turn on the lights in my room as well? Okay. I have lights. It's not like my camera. It's not like that's not working. There. Okay. So I have chosen to speak for 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes? Is that so? Or is it 5? Okay. How much time do I have? 2 or 5? I didn't read that. I don't remember it right. Okay, so okay, fine. I'll put in 3. I'll see how. Okay, so I've chosen to speak on any topic that I want, and one thing that I want to say is that I have my own YouTube channel. It's been up for quite a while. It's called Fitness with Saswat Sahu. Now that that's out of the way, another thing is that I have been working on setting personal records. What happened is, well, I made this new friend, right? And I described to him what I've been doing. So I described I've been doing this, and I told him that I was really proud of a certain personal record that I set. And he was like, "Are you always trying to set personal records?" And I'm like, "Yes, pretty much." And I was wondering because a few days ago, I was looking at job descriptions, help wanted ads, all that, to get more motivation to study, basically. And they all want go-getters. And a while ago, I was a go-getter, but somewhere that motivation dropped off. So I figured out that the way to get that motivation back was to set a notebook of personal records, as in better than the previous performances. And you may guess what exactly those personal records are about. Okay, since you are not willing to guess, they are personal fitness records. The reason is fitness is objective, right? 50 push-ups is always 50. Yeah. 105 deadlift is always 105, etc., right? It's not football where it depends on your other teammates. It's not studies where it depends on the exact question that you're doing and if you've done that question before. You can set a personal record, for example, in solving a math book, but it's always going to be easier the second time. But when you've been lifting for a decent amount of time, right, your fitness is only going to improve at a very slow rate. So, if you'd like, I can show you my book of personal records. Some of my personal records are 2 days ago, I deadlifted 105 kilograms twice and 100 kgs 5 times in a row. Those are personal records. From the reason that you can store up more food in your body when you're in lockdown, right? They're both in my notebook. And you might ask, what exactly does fitness personal records have to do with other stuff in your life? Well, there's a saying by Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee has once said, and every saying of his is gold, that if you set limits on yourself in any activity, it's going to leak on into every other activity of your life. Which means, for example, that if you tell yourself that you're going to be jogging 30 minutes a day, but then you give up after 20 minutes every single day, you give up 20 minutes, 22 minutes, 20 minutes, 19 minutes, right? And that's only because of your mind. Anyone can just keep walking and then keep on jogging again after a break, right? No, what you were doing is you were setting limits on yourself, right? You were telling yourself mentally that you can't do it. And when you keep on doing that, especially in a very simple thing, right, where zero thinking is required, it's going to leak on into other stuff. In other activities as well, you'll start becoming meeker. You'll start becoming less, what's that called? Less ready to face challenges, right? So let's say that you've been going at it, but you've been putting limits on yourself. You've been continuously telling yourself that you can't go for more than 22 minutes, even if you have the time. What do you think is going to happen after an entire, let's say, 2 months of pussying out on your jogging? Very simple. you'll start pussying out and other stuff as well. After 2 months, let's say your unit tests are there, and most of them are easy, but one is difficult, right? The difficult unit test as well, you could have solved it without even having to copy off of anybody. But no, you put limits on yourself. You put limits on yourself in one thing, and that mentality, it leaked over to your to that subject which you had trouble on, and those questions which you could have otherwise have done. Now you're just waiting for 20 minutes, waiting for the answer screenshot to come up, right? Setting limits on yourself in one thing has weakened you in other stuff as well. It leaked on into your unit test papers. Then, you know what? It's going to leak into your assignments. You start telling yourself that you can't work on an assignment for more than 2 hours at a time, and you keep on getting bored and start doing other stuff after 1.5 hours. Eventually, your assignments also, they start piling up, right? Now you've got lower grades in your tests because you didn't try to solve the questions yourself and you tried to copy them, and the guy you were copying off of got them wrong for some reason. And you're falling back on your assignments, which means inevitably that the quality of your assignments is going to go down. And then let's say a third thing, right? Let's say you're also trying to learn C++. You're trying to learn C++, but you've told yourself that certain things are too difficult, too much to memorize, right? Because that limits holding attitude that you got from your daily jogs, where you told yourself you'd go for some time, but you just simply gave up. It leaked into everything, right? So if setting limits on yourself, if giving up easily leaks into everything, then the entire mentality of consistently, or at least as often as possible, setting personal records, even if it's personal records, especially if it's personal records, in something extremely simple like weightlifting and running, is going to leak in to every single other activity. You're going to tell yourself that you can do more than you've done before in almost everything that you actually want to do. That'll leak. Let's say that did start leaking. Let's say that you started running not just for 30 minutes, but you just kept on increasing the speed gradually. 30 minutes, not at 9 kilometers per hour. Today it's 9.1 kilometers per hour. Next week it's 9.2. You're pushing yourself. You started pushing yourself just in that simplistic morning jog. Then, sooner than you know it, you're going to start pushing yourself into UTs, right? The fact that you can improve your fitness is going to improve your, what's that called? Self-esteem, right? You'll tell yourself that you don't need to copy all of the answers. You can answer at least most of them. You'll answer most of them and you'll get them more correct this time. Even if you still look at the screenshots, it's not going to be very hectic to write it all down in the last 5 minutes because you already have the solution. At worst, you're just going to have to correct a few calculations. And then your assignments as well. You told yourself that you cannot just work continuously on an assignment for 3 hours, but you can also speed up your handwriting without having to screw it up, right? You're speeding up your jogging without getting tired in 30 minutes. You're also speeding up your handwriting. Your assignments are going to all get done before time because that mentality had carried over. And then in C, you tell yourself that nothing in C++ is difficult, right? Because you've already practiced intense activity, starting with the morning jog and then carrying on to the unit tests and the assignments. Great. Now you've noticed that you're far ahead in C++. Just like the lack of pushing yourself, the limiting yourself in your workouts would have leaked into your life otherwise, now setting PRs as often as possible, personal records, is going to leak into your life. And I can already feel the effects. That is what I have decided to speak. Now I can speak for some more time, but I think the others should have go at this. Easy. Okay.
Thank you for your speech. It was very insightful about your day-to-day routine, and it was great to hear as to what the human mind and body can do if we are if we are focused enough to do that, right? So thank
Yes,
you for
if you
that.
do not limit yourself, if you tell yourself you can do it.
Yeah, exactly my point. Thank you for that. Now I'd like to invite the next performer, who is Kunal Gole. Are you here, Kunal? Are you here, Kunal? Oh, in that case, I would like to invite Chaitali. Chaitali, you're here, right?
Yes.
Yes, Chaitali. So, what are you going to do for us today? What's your performance going to be?
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you are.
I will recite a poem.
All right, all right. Thank you.
Okay.
Your floor is yours. I'll pin you.
Yes.
Okay.
So the
Are you
poem. Yes.
are you comfortable enough turning on your camera input?
Can I keep it off only? I'm outside. So
All right, fair enough.
okay. What is life? Life is faded smile of past, a beating heart of someone's present, and a liberating soul presuming future. Life is the hidden constellation of metaphors, a code nothing less than a semaphore, a unique galaxy of defying poems, a treasure of brilliant emerald gems. Life is the fathomable womb of hope, joy, and sorrow, a game much beyond than just to lend and borrow, a resting place along the road, leading to sweet eternity, a humble abode. Life is the mysteries of the human mind enclosed with a crown of beauty for ashes bestowed. Beyond the realms of uncertainty and doubt, sunny roads of euphoria that still lead out. Life is unfilial vagabond with a hungry heart, a roaming soul seeking its unquenched shelter for a new start. Life is all about plucking smiles from the innocent faces, healing the brutal lesson that left its traces. Life is an assuring storm waiting for a shoreline, waves of allegory, exquisitely it defines. Thunders of our existence take us all along, tracing our uncertain existence that we try to prolong. Life is the courage that raised blood to crimson splendor, our mirth the melody of heart so tender. Life is like scent of some rare rose, perplexing enigma that it tries hard to disclose. Life is serene zephyr to stifling ambience, an exhausting journey after which we long for an oblivion. A hark back to the sunset of memories, the beautiful verses oozing with bliss. That's all about. Uh, uh,
Yes, you were saying something else?
uh, I have another poem. Can I?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's in Marathi.
ठीक है ना, there is no language barrier here. You can use whichever language you want.
तू स्त्री आहेस. तू ताई अन तूच माई. जगज्जननीच्या रूपात तूच साक्षात आई. मायेचा पदर तेजस्वी प्रखर तू. शिखरातील बहर भक्तीचा गजर तू. दुधात अलगद जशी साखर बनून विरघळतेस तू. साऱ्या घरात मायेची फुंकर बनून दरवळतेस तू. कधी तू कुटुंबाचा कणा तर कधी मर्दानी बाणा. स्त्री तू नात्यातील ऋणानुबंध. हवेत दळवळणारा तू प्रेमाचा गंध. तुझ्या तेजाला पाहून लाजावा शिंप्यातील मोती. संकटावर मात करणारी तूच खरी ज्योती. तू चैतन्याची तिजोरी, तू वात्सल्याची शिदोरी. जीवन संगनीच्या रूपात तू जणू प्रेमाची हाक. तूच तर आहेस संसाराचे दुसरे चाक. जिचे पायरी होऊन जन्म चंदनासारखा. धरतीवर अवतरलेली तू जणू एक तारका. उंच भरारी घेणारी पक्षी तू. देवाने साकारलेली अद्भुत नक्षी तू. तू राखते नात्यांचे गुंफण. तुझ्या प्रेमाला नाही कुठलेही कुंपण. स्त्री जणू आयुष्याचे सुंदर पान. ती तर कौशल्याची अजब खाण. तुझे असणे म्हणजे सर्वस्व. अमर राहावं तुझं अस्तित्व. थँक्यू.
Uh, Thank you so much. That was an amazing poem. And yeah, I will be taking over a little bit as the host right here. So, hello, my name is Himanshu, and I am really thankful for that poem right now because being from Marathi family, that really means a lot. So, moving on to our next performance, we have Gauri Chintamani Patil. Gauri, if you are in the meeting. Do we have Gauri Patil in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Gauri. So what will you be doing for us today?
Okay, so good evening. This is Gauri Patil from class T Chemical. As we are going to celebrate Ganesh Utsav, so I'm going to present a Ganesh Vandana to my beloved Lord Shri Ganesh.
Okay, and will it be possible for you to turn your camera on?
No.
Okay, that's fine as well. The stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you. गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि. गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमनसाय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यकलक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्मसदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्रपुरीतात्रे गुरुपाखण्डखण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gauri. That was an extremely melodious song. गणेश उत्सव का तो सबको ही शौक है यहाँ पे. And since last गणपति भी हमारा लॉकडाउन में ही गया था, it is very refreshing to hear such songs again. So as you can see, obviously the stream is extremely happy. To all the participants, we are streaming this on YouTube as well. So if you want to invite any of your friends, classmates, teachers, parents, anything, they can come watch the stream along with us on YouTube. We will be providing you with a link if you want. And as you can see on the stream, सबको तुम्हारा गाना काफी पसंद आया. And we will now be moving on to our next performance. Yes. So we will now be moving on to our next performance. So do we have Prathamesh Totre here?
Yes, I'm right here.
Hi Prathamesh, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
So what will you be doing for us today?
So I'm going to be reciting a poem.
Okay, and what is the poem about?
The poem is, it has a hidden symbolism to it. It shows that
Mm-hmm.
in life everyone goes through a dark time, but it is always assured that the good times always follow the bad times. So you need to have the patience to wait for them.
That's great. So the stage is yours.
Okay. Uh, yeah, sure. Am I visible? Yeah. So the title of the poem is The Hour Before Dawn. The heavens are gloomy, and so is the earth. The darkness testaments even the dimmest light's worth. The moon and the army of stars ambiently light up the sky, but on the unlit lands, fell beasts draw nigh. Tediously, the serene light crawls over the horizon, which heralds the end of night and the rising of the sun. The divine blue ambience rolls over the sky like waves, and the demons of the dark slither back into their caves. For long you must endure the dark, for the passing of the night to initiate, for the sun only rises on those who have patience to wait. Thank you very much. That's all.
Oh, thank you, Prathamesh. Obviously, it was a bit difficult for me to catch the meaning of the poem. So could you explain what that poem meant? Or like, could you go a little bit towards the recitation of it?
So the symbolism is like in the beginning I talk about the night, so that symbolizes the dark times and all the dangers and perils of it. And
Mm-hmm.
then towards the end of the poem, it talks about sunrise and all the wonderful things it has. The
Okay,
symbolism
so
is
it's a
actually very kind of hard to understand, and it's not very linked together.
yeah. So yeah, obviously I could not understand, so I asked you. And that's a beautiful symbolism that you have written down, brother. And since you were talking about a rising sun, rising issue has come to my notice that a lot of you people on YouTube have not subscribed to the channel yet. So subscribe to this channel for more of these open mics and more of the content that we will be putting out right now. And it would be great if we could have somebody tell us in the chat that they just subscribed, make our day. As we move on to our next performance, which is by Shreya. Shreya, are you in the meeting?
Yes, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. So Shreya, what will you be doing for us today?
I'll be reciting one of my poem, and its title is Losing Myself.
Okay, so I'm guessing it's in English, right?
Yeah, sure.
So when did you write this poem, and like what was the context behind it?
I wrote it like when I was in my hostel. That time I used to feel sometimes that I have lost myself completely, like all alone. Though I had my friends, but still I felt that I was losing a bit of myself. So
Yeah,
that's how I
that is
wrote it.
something that the BE and T can relate to a lot. But for the freshers, that must be a new feeling right now. So to all of you, this is how it must feel like. Shreya, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Losing. Huh, huh, yeah. Thank you. Losing myself. I'm sitting alone on the bench in my playyard outside, but feeling very crowded by my emotions from the inside. Standing all by myself on the top, but feeling deep down in the thoughts of myself in the abyss bottom. I could sense my bare skin and the feeling of being naked, even though I am all covered up with cotton clothes and a woolen blanket. Have plenty of oxygen and fresh air to breathe, but I'm still feeling suffocating and suffering inside, bringing all the negativity within. Growing up and becoming an adult was never a desired dream. All I ever wanted was to cherish those every moment, second, hour, and day of my childhood, and only dream of chocolates and ice cream. Might sound so immature when you hear this, but I'm sure every living person must have a desire of wanting this. Doing the right thing may sound so adult and easy, but learning this gin and intent not to be folly is what makes us truly busy. The fonding pleasure and the fun will rise the release of dopamine. Then I'll get lost in the city of red and the imaginary pink town of mine. Yet no one's there to bring my soul back to the filthy body of mine. Thank you.
Oh wow, that I have not been to the hostel, but that about sounds in line with a lot of people that have been in the hostel. A few months go that way, but I am pretty sure you had some good experiences in the hostel as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
So
And
could you tell us a bit about how it was after all of the dread ended, and how did you combat all of that? Because a lot of people here can take inspiration from that.
it was mostly about I like saw many people who were struggling same just like me, or there were people who were in a worse condition than me. So I thought if I am really grateful to what I have in my surroundings. So then I realized, okay, that this will go on and I'll get better things in my life in the future. That's how. And usually when I write, I overcome through my feelings more. That's what helps me.
That is something that can be adopted by a lot of people here, even outside of the hostel. So it's a great life ideology that we can live by, actually. So thank you, Shreya.
Welcome.
So for our next performance, I would like to call upon Tejasvi Jadhav. Tejasvi, could you turn on your camera?
Hello, am
Hi.
I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay.
So I understand you have issue with turning on your camera, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what will you be doing for us today?
I'm coming up with my Marathi poem. So, first of all, good evening to all. As we all know, कॉलेजचा पहिला दिवस आणि शेवटचा दिवस खूप मेमोरेबल असतो. मतलब म्हणजे कॉलेजमधले फ्रेंड्स, मजा मस्ती, बंक्स हे सगळं म्हणजे इथे जे आहेत ते सगळ्यांनी अनुभवलं असेलच. सो आय होप ही कविता तुम्हाला तुमच्या 11th-12thच्या कॉलेजमध्ये घेऊन जाईल. सो माझ्या कवितेचं नाव आहे कॉलेज गेट. अँड स्पेशली माझे जे कॉलेज फ्रेंड्स आहेत, माझा क्लास जो आहे त्या सगळ्यांनाही डेडिकेटेड आहे. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. कॉलेज जीवनाची सुरू झाली पहाट, वर्गातला तो बेंच माझी पाहत होता वाट. नव्या गोष्टी, नवे विचार, होतं सारं नवं. नव्या गोष्टी, नवे विचार, होतं सारं नवं. अनोळखीच, पण तरीही वाटलं हवं हवं. एकमेकांच्या सहवासाचा नव्हता कोणालाच गंध. ओळख होता साऱ्यांची, जडला मैत्रीचा छंद. छाप कोणाचे रीडिंग्स तर काढून दे कोणाला ग्राफ. छाप कोणाचे रीडिंग्स तर काढून दे कोणाला ग्राफ. शिक्षा फक्त परीक्षेची, बाकी सारे माफ. बोरिंग लेक्चरचा बंक आणि वॉशरूम मधली मस्ती. बोरिंग लेक्चरचा बंक आणि वॉशरूम मधली मस्ती. मधल्या सुट्टीनंतर मात्र यायची साऱ्यांनाच सुस्ती. स्पोर्ट्स वीकची उत्सुकता, सोबत अॅन्युअल फंक्शनची धुंदी. लवबर्ड्सना चिडवायची त्यात सोडू कशी संधी. 12वीत मात्र प्रॅक्टिस टेस्टने कानाखाली वाजवलं. 12वीत मात्र प्रॅक्टिस टेस्टने कानाखाली वाजवलं. केमिस्ट्री लॅबच्या बाहेर सुद्धा एक प्रॅक्टिकल गाजवलं. सवय होतीये साऱ्यांची, तोवर आला निरोप समारंभ. सवय होते साऱ्यांची, तोवर आला निरोप समारंभ. यानंतरच तर होणार होता खऱ्या जीवनाचा आरंभ. वाटलं नव्हतं 2च वर्षात अनोळखी पण होतील जिवलग. वाटलं नव्हतं 2च वर्षात अनोळखी पण होतील जिवलग. सांभाळून घेता साऱ्यांना होतील हळूच अलग. माहित नाही मैत्रीची या होईल का पुन्हा भेट. माहित नाही मैत्रीची या होईल का पुन्हा भेट. पण आठवणीत जरूर राहील आमचा कॉलेज गेट. आमचा कॉलेज गेट. थँक्यू. सॉरी मेरा कॉल आ रहा था.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So thank you for that. Poem. I feel like a lot of people in chat right now are relating so hard to this poem. That is fun. एक second. Just so yeah, that was an amazing poem. So मेरे को honestly खुद भी बहुत relate हो रहा है इस मामले में. So without wasting a lot of time, let's move on to our next participant. We have Vaibhav. Vaibhav, are you here?
It's Vaibhavi.
Oh, okay. Sorry, your name was misspelled as Vaibhav. Okay, so Vaibhavi, what will you be performing for us today?
So tomorrow is Krishna Janmashtami and I will perform a song today.
Okay, so you will be singing for us. So that's great. So
I
the
am
stage
not
is, if you can turn on your camera, that would be great.
No, there is problem with can.
Okay. So yeah, the stage is yours. You can say.
Okay. अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम् कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं तुम मेरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम् So that's it.
Thank you, Abhavi. It was really very good, and it is important, right? Like, makes sense that you would wanna do something for someone who is so important for you, right? So anyway, next we have Imad. Imad, are you here, my boy? Imad, hello.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, hi, hello. How are you doing?
Uh, I'm good. I'm good.
So what are you doing for us
But
today?
I was thinking of reciting a few poems, maybe some that I really like, and maybe some that I've written.
Oh, wow. Sure.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear that. Go ahead.
Yep. Right. One minute. So the first one is "मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता" by Mohsin Naqvi. So I'll just recite the poem for you, and then maybe we'll talk. We can talk about it. Right. मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता किसी के दूर जाने से, ताल्लुक टूट जाने से, किसी के मान जाने से, किसी के रूठ जाने से। मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता किसी को आजमाने से, किसी के आजमाने से, किसी को याद रखने से, किसी को भूल जाने से। मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता किसी को छोड़ देने से, किसी के छोड़ जाने से, न शमा को जलाने से, न शमा को बुझाने से। मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता अकेले मुस्कुराने से, कभी आंसू बहाने से, न इस सारे ज़माने से, हकीकत से फंसाने से। मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता किसी की नारसाई से, किसी की पारसाई से, किसी की बेवफाई से, किसी दुख इंतहाई से। मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता न तो इस पार रहने से, न तो उस पार रहने से, न अपनी ज़िंदगी से, न एक दिन मौत आने से। मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता मुझे अब डर नहीं लगता Yeah, so this is the first one by Mohsin Naqvi, and for some reason I really like this poem because it just highlights a lot of different emotions. I think that that's always going on in your mind. Like you're always in that state of uh, like you have a lot of people surrounded around you, but you'll always have that moment where you'll feel alone. And I guess this poem is really it's just bang on that I think subject or on that topic when you really feel maybe lonely at times, but you're not really lonely. With a lot of thoughts
Yeah,
wandering around your head.
the feeling of being lonely in a crowd. Isn't that what you're
Yeah,
talking about?
exactly.
Yeah.
And this is a short piece that I have written, and I just wanted to share it with all of you. It's okay. It's very basic. I just trying my best. So it goes like this. मुसाफिर हूँ यारो, सफ़र पे निकला हूँ, मुश्किलें काफ़ी हैं, बाधाएं अनेक। हो सके तो हौसला बढ़ाओ, सफ़र लंबा है। मंजिल की ओर तो चल रहा हूँ, फिर भी आखिर मैं मुसाफिर हूँ यारो। या थैंक यू।
Like, what was the incident that was the, I don't know,
The trigger.
the trigger, yeah, the epicenter that caused the.
Sorry. Yeah, so trigger. I don't know. Matlab, I'm, to be honest, a very extroverted person, and I'm very used to being around a lot of people and meeting up with my friends and everything. And that lockdown, and matlab, obviously the lockdown, it's been the same for everyone, but for me personally, it's like, I've been chained. घर पे बैठना is like a huge pain. Like, I can't meet my friends. I can't sit behind that canteen and just talk to them about anything, or just joke around, or just it's just a huge ये तो कभी कभार सही में लगता है कि यार अकेला हो यार, मतलब like I'm not meeting anybody, बात नहीं हो रही है ढंग से, ऑनलाइन कितना ही बात करोगे यार एक दूसरे के साथ, even on a call, right? The personal connection that's missing right now. So I guess for the past 1 year, it's been a little bit more of a highlight for me, that struggle for me. So these all, I've been penning down a few thoughts of mine, and it's all been the root causes, I guess, that feeling low. I won't say feeling lonely, but sometimes, feeling that, I guess, that solitude, I suppose, or that moment of silence that you get where you realize कि यार कोई मिलता नहीं है अभी यार, मतलब, and everything is just buzzing past you so fast. Life is so fluid and so finite. It's there now, and in the next moment, it's not there, and we're spending our whole life, matlab our prime 20s sitting at home without interacting with each other, or just having fun or talking and stuff like that. So yeah, that's about it, I suppose.
Definitely makes sense, and in fact, it is a lot relatable also as someone who, I don't know, I wouldn't consider myself an extrovert, obviously. And but the thing is, there is that thing, right? That the bond that we have, like, not you and me personally, as in the people in our college, Sigma, Beat Sigma, or like basically college people have a kind of connection with their friends. Rather, everyone can say it, it is common for everyone that the connection of friends, it requires some physical closeness as well. Maybe not 24/7, maybe not uh, all the time, but you have to ensure that there is some some way of bonding with people, right? It is very much a tough task when, like, the whole world came to a standstill because of COVID. So that caused everyone to be forced into not interacting with, not physically being near each other. And I believe that it was a very tough time for the whole world, in fact. And definitely what you said makes a lot of sense. It I can, like, totally understand what you're feeling. And yeah, so but the thing is ki we finally did survive that, right? So the ray of hope that is over the horizon, it is coming over now, and we can finally be alive again, if that is what you wanna call it. So yeah, definitely makes sense. And yeah, सही है. I understand what you're feeling.
Yes, sir. बस वही है यार, मतलब like you said, like obviously things are going back to normal slowly, but yeah, like how fast is that gonna happen? 'Cause, like experiences teach you so many things. Like recently, the past 1.5 year, and like you have that relationship or that bond with someone now, and maybe tomorrow, maybe a month later, or maybe a year later, that's not there anymore. Like I think so. appreciate the small nuances of life and those changes and those ups and downs and those bumps and everything that you start noticing that okay, yeah, like I don't know if this is the same with everybody, but I think you start understanding or realizing that uh, everything needs special care and special attention, right? For it to actually flourish or for it to actually bloom or to reach its full potential. So I guess that is a major takeaway. So I just like to tell everybody who's listening that I know everybody is busy and everybody's got so much on their plates, but I am also pretty sure that who are those top 5 or 10 or 15 people who are really close to you, and maybe you're not talking to them that frequently. So just give them a text, or if you're trying to meet somebody and the plan is not happening, just plan something and just go and meet them, because it's better late but than never. So just do that, just text them, call them, meet them, whatever it be, just do it, man. It's about
For
time it's
sure.
done.
Yeah, we need to meet up soon too, buddy. Man,
So
I miss you all, man. I swear. So we have a very amazing note that we have ended all our performances on.
Are
So
we
yeah,
done?
that was it for today. That was it for today.
I
Akash, do
would
you
like
wanna say something?
Yeah, I want to play something actually. I was sitting with the guitar.
Oh, we have a surprise performance. That's great. That's great. So
Yeah,
we
I like.
have a performance by Akash. Akash, no. I'm gonna do the same routine with you, buddy. What caused you to write this piece or make this riff or whatever
Well,
you're gonna play for us?
अभी बैठा था मैं, ठीक है. Heard like all
Uh-huh.
of you speaking something. Everybody was doing something. Just like took my guitar. I was just doodling. Yeah, and this thought came to my mind. He like what happens when a guy has to go, like when a guy likes someone. It's only specifically not for guys, for everybody. When you fell in, or when you like someone, but when you fall in love, वो एक बहुत अजीब सा something happens inside the body. I don't know क्या होता है, कैसे होता है, but I just could feel कि I guess I have. So I was just doodling on my guitar, found something. Let's see whether this connects or not. But it's written, keeping the same thought in mind. So,
All
yeah.
right. So fighting all my urges to say oh. The stage is all yours, Akash.
Yeah. Am I audible, Doshi?
Yeah, you're audible, buddy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, guys, that's it. That's it. What I could sum up this. And I've just
Hey, that was great.
all of this. It's
अरे भाई बहुत सही था.
Off the dome. That's great.
I hope अच्छा लगा. नहीं भी लगा तो भी सुन लिया है. बिल्कुल कुछ नहीं कह सकते.
Nah, it's catchy as hell, dude. I'm currently doing
I knew it was, it would get you started on something. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we are all a little way too familiar with the fleeting feeling of falling in love.
Yeah, so I guess I just मैं ऐसे ही बैठा था, ठीक है, I just struck this chord, and then everything ऐसे ही वो मेरे को आ गया अपने आप. So I was just trying, and this feeling I had कि what happens कि आप like when you fall in love, ऐसे तो कैसे तो लगता है, पहले तो you're not able to talk properly, ऐसे हिलने लगते हो. मेरे साथ तो generally ऐसा होता है. And overthinking का तो ऐसे flow आ जाता है, मतलब यार, मतलब उसने देख लिया तो फिर मतलब you become like Ali in Boom film, ठीक है. Like अगर उसने देख लिया तो like let's go, let's go and sell यार Mountain Dew पीते हैं. So we have these two extremes. So वही सब आ रहा था दिमाग में, तो I thought
Yeah, your life becomes a sitcom.
No, it is a sitcom. Like जब ऐसा होता है ना, I remember, bro, I asked 50 questions to myself. अरे यार ये ऐसे हो रहा है, बराबर हो रहा है? नहीं ये बराबर नहीं है. I almost, you almost are like on that, verge of that feeling. It's very different. It's very out of the world. And then again the next time, which why it is difficult. Because एक टाइम पे तुमको लगता है कि सब कुछ चल रहा है, एक टाइम पे तुमको लगता है सब कुछ नहीं चल रहा है. And I don't know, I just find it intriguing. So yeah.
बताओ अच्छे लोगों का प्यार में पड़ के क्या हाल हो जाता है.
क्या ही करे.
So another good message that our beautiful friend Akash has given us. He says that your life is already a sitcom, and you are the one that has to give it its background music. So be the own musicians of your sitcom and make it a banger soundtrack. So on that literal note that we have to end on, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all enjoyed our performances, and I hope you all will tune in again whenever this happens next time, which you will be informed of. So yeah, bye is in the chat right now. Bye everyone. Whoever is in the meeting, can you all please turn on your cameras and wave everyone goodbye, and then we can end the stream. Whoever is able to turn on the cameras, our performers, our casters, everyone. Yes, Prathamesh, Ruturaj, Ganesh, Smriti, if it's possible for you guys to turn on your cameras. Yeah. So bye everyone. Have a great day. Sayonara.
Bye.
How many are watching the stream? Let me see.
23, I think.
No, around